Today is lecture number what?
5.
Problem number 19A. Problem 19A. Can someone read it loud?
The time a person takes to pedal.
Yes, I said I'm gonna go over this one. Okay.
The time a person takes to pedal a kayak 2 miles downstream is the same as the time to paddle half mile upstream. If the rate of the current is 3 miles per hour, what is the person's paddling rate instead?
So downstream, okay, so the water moves to the east and the boat is also moved to the east. So we can say the boat is B and the current of the water is C. So the velocity is B plus C. The upstream, the water moves to the west, water moves to the east, but boat moves to the west. For example, so we can say B minus C. B has to be at the beginning because B is the one that has to overcome the velocity of the water. Okay, so B always bigger than C, at least a little bit. Yes, yeah, I'm recording this way. I did not record it last time. Okay, now what we need to find the time. So the time is same. The time downstream is equal to time upstream. So T, velocity is distance over time. Then time is velocity over time is distance over velocity. Distance downstream is equal to distance upstream over velocity. Does that make sense? What is the velocity? What is the distance it takes on the upstream, on the downstream? 2 or 3? 2. So 2. Velocity is how much? B plus C is what? C is given. C is what? What is the current in the water? 3. So 3. B plus 3 is equal to, this is 0.5 B minus 3. So 2 B minus 3 is equal to 0.5 B plus 3. So 2B minus, oh okay, let's do something. Multiply this one by 2, multiply this one by 2. Then 4B minus what? 12 is equal to? 1. No, B plus 3.
Oh, okay. Not 10.
Wait.
I thought it's 10.
0.5. 0.5. That was the reason I'm multiplying both sides by 2. Okay.
You want it to be 1. You multiply.
Let's put it this way. That makes more sense.
No. I'm saying you did it that way so you could just get B plus 3 by itself.
Right.
Isolated.
Right.
By multiplying both sides by 2.
Right.
Yeah.
Without doing that, we still get the same answer. So 4B minus B is how much? 3B. Plus 12 and plus 3 is 15. So B is 5. So but the velocity of the paddling or the velocity of the boat is 5. 5 what? Mile per hour or meter per second? Mile per hour. It doesn't matter. So the second one, who want to read 19B?
Could you come back on the DDS, what is that? Can you just say, so we can write down this?
Oh, downstream.
Okay.
Downstream, upstream.
Okay.
Downstream, upstream. That's just reminding me that this is downstream and this is upstream. Okay, 19B. Who want to read 19B except you? Yes, sir. Loud.
Bill is standing on top of a 170-foot cliff.
Hold up. So he's standing how long?
175 foot.
Okay.
The measure of the angle of compression to the boat is 30 degrees.
Yes. You have a question? You are raising your hand all direction.
I'm mentally looking at.
Oh, I see. Okay. So sorry. What is this one?
The measure of the angle is 30 degrees.
30 degree. Okay.
How far exactly is the ball from the bottom of the clip?
So this is the bottom of the clip. So this is a clip. Okay. Someone is standing on the top of a clip and looking at the boat, which is floating here.
Making like 30 degrees.
Yes. Now we have to find how far the boat is from the bottom of the cliff.
Times tangent.
So x. Yeah. So because we have a Jason, not Jason. This is not Jason. This is opposite. This is Jason. Yes. We. Yeah. Very good. We also have a Jason. Yeah.
Sine of 30 degrees.
All right. So tangent 30 degrees. What?
X over 175.
Opposite of a Jason. X over 175. So x is 175 tangent 30. Yeah, that's the answer. We don't want to simplify that. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. If you leave it like that, that's fine. Simplifying it is. Okay. The next problem, 19C. Who want to read 19C?
Suppose that the height in meters of a golf ball hit from T is approximated by Y is equal to negative 5T squared plus 10T, where T is the time in seconds. Find the maximum height of the ball at the time it reaches the maximum height.
Okay. Now, please tell me the equation again. Y is equal to
Y is equal to negative
5
5T squared
t squared
plus 10T.
plus 10t. All right. We're gonna find using the algebra and then the calculus.
So we can, so those are what we can use the power to solve that?
Huh?
Can we use the power to solve that?
Yeah, we're gonna use the calculus in a second. All right. So algebra. Tell me, people who did solve it, don't talk. People who wasn't here last time, tell me what is the algebraic equation to solve this one?
X equals negative b over 2a.
You were here last time?
Oh, you said natural 9?
Yes. Yeah. All right. Very nice. X equal to minus b over 2a. So a is how much? Minus 5. B is 10. So x is minus 10 over 2 times minus 5. What is the x?
1.
X is 1. Now how can I find? Okay, now the problem tells you if you throw something in the air, that will come back because ultimately that changes the direction at some maximum height. All right, there something you saw last week did not change the direction when SpaceX launched the Falcon Heavy. It took off and it never returned because it escaped the.
It reached the escape velocity.
Escape velocity. Yeah, that's correct. The escape velocity. It overcome the escape velocity. That's why it never come back. But most of the thing, when you threw in the air, it come back. Almost everything come back. So when it come back at the maximum height, what is the velocity? Right here. Velocity is 0. Okay. Now, how long the total trip was? Okay, raise hand if you vote for 1 second. Raise hand if you vote for 1 second. 1 people, 2 people, 3 people, 4.
What is it?
How long the entire trip? If I throw a chalk in the air, entire trip means chalk leaving my hand and coming back to my hand. Okay. How long was the entire trip? If you vote for 1 second, raise hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people, 7 people, 8 people. Okay, 8 people think the entire trip was 1 second. If you think the entire trip was 2 seconds, raise hand. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 people. And remaining, did you raise hand? Okay, so you have no clue, right? Okay, so if the entire tip take 10 seconds, it did not, then what time the velocity of the chalk was 0? Yes, 5, very good. Another way, if the entire trip took 10 seconds, what time the chalk accomplished the maximum height? I ask you same question differently. So 1 second, does that make sense? At 1 second, the chalk arrived at the maximum height. At 1 second, the chalk velocity was 0. Chalk velocity is not 0 here. Chalk velocity is not 0 here. Chalk velocity is not 0 here. All of a sudden, at the maximum height, what is the velocity of the chalk? 0. If its velocity is 0, it cannot go up anymore. It has to come down. We will talk many times. Okay, so that one makes sense. So at 1 second, so we have to put 1 inside. F of 1 is what? Minus 5 plus, yes.
Why f of 1 not b of 1?
Say it again?
Why f of 1? I thought like we're gonna solve the...
We are using the algebra. We are not using the calculus.
Oh,
Okay. Even if you use the calculus, you first gonna find the time. Once you find the time, and then put it in the function, and the function is that function. Function is not the derivative. Function is the function. This one. Okay. Even if you use calculus, which will use a few seconds. All right. Minus 5 plus what? Minus 5 plus 10 times. 10 times 1. So what is this?
5.
At 1 second, at 1 second, its height was how much? 5. At 1 second, the height was 5. What about 2 seconds? At 2 seconds, what was its height?
0.
With respect to the ground, its height was 0. Okay, does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. What about 1.5 seconds? You don't know. You just can tell me that between 5 to 0. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, great. All right, now we're going to use the calculus. So, again, we're going to use the power rule because power rule to save some time. Okay. Y prime is how much? 10?
Minus 10
10t.
minus
T, yeah.
minus 10t.
And then? Plus 10. Okay. And we said that this is y prime, but in the back of our mind, we know what is y prime. Y prime is velocity. We know that, right? In the back of our mind, this is velocity because first derivative is velocity. If we know that, in the back of our mind, we see the geometry. We see the geometry and we see that we have to deal with when the is 0. So minus 10t plus 10 is 0. Does that make sense? And then we get negative 10 t minus 1. Both sides by negative 10. So t minus 1 is equal to, and t is equal to 1. Now you know what time it hit the maximum height. Now you're going to do exactly the same thing you did for algebra. You're going to put that 1, you're going to plug in that 1 in the function. So f of x is minus 5t squared plus 10t. F of t is minus 5t squared plus 10t. I'm fixing those notation, but you don't have to since you know what's going on. So for minus 5 plus 10 is equal to 5. So over here, if you draw it again, 1, 5 is because this is distance versus time graph, and this is time and this is distance. The time comes fast because in 2D graph, The two value makes a point. The time is 1 second and the distance is 5. Does that make sense to everyone? Everyone look confused. Does that make sense?
No, it makes sense.
Yes?
Especially if you're trying to find the initial versus like if you're looking at different points. So like X initial will go first, then X1, X2, X3. If you were looking at different points, different positions on the graph. You know what I'm saying? So like in this case, it would be like E initial, D1, D2, T initial, T1, T2 on the scale.
Yeah, that's probably, that's, if this is 1, this is 2.
Right. Or 0.
This is 5,
Yeah.
and this is somewhere 2.5. Yeah. But you don't have to need to know that, but yeah, that's correct. Okay. Alright, so next, any question? Can we move on to the next thing? Next thing is 20, which is connected to the worksheet that I gave you. Because they did not include enough trigonometry here, so I expanded it.